Hello, my merciful brothers and sisters. It is I, Mr. Mercy, bringing you another video with some Heroes of the Storm gameplay. So this is a game I wanted to share with you guys because it was a really close game of Heroes of the Storm. Probably one of my best games I've ever done. There was like a lot of ups and downs. It looked like, you know, maybe we're going to win from the very beginning, and then, you know, the enemy team started totally kicking our ass, and it looked like maybe they were going to win, and then ultimately in the end, well, you'll see what happens. Maybe I shouldn't spoil it for you, but you'll see what happens. It's pretty sick. So, starting out here, of course, this is Machines of War, so that thing has just gone live recently, so you had to collect all these, like, little, you know, Xel'Naga artifacts, you know, for various reasons. You gotta stop the SCVs from doing it. I don't know exactly what's 100% what's going on, but they, you know, they told you to, hey, collect these little things, so that's what we did. So we're starting out this thing we got. I'm forgetting, I don't know who, some of these, like, characters are, but of course you got me on, Tyrande, I believe that's how you say it. I think, Ushiaja Ayar, I think that's, Abathur, and you got, of course, Tracer and Vala on our team. And then on the enemy team, you got Raynor, Chromie, Tracer, Thrall, and Ariel. So as you see here, the enemy team's pushing up the bottom lane, and I'm there with Abathur trying to stop them. Okay, so they just killed our Tracer. That must have been up on a different lane. But it's a 2v3, so likely they're probably not going to win. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I mean, I just recorded this off my replays. Thank God for replays in Heroes of the Storm. But so they're just engaging. They're just engaging. They realize they're not going to win that fight, so they're trying to back off a little bit. But they're backing off, but they wanna push it. So, ooh, Vala's getting really low on health. So you see here, I accidentally healed Abathur. I was actually trying to aim for Vala to heal her, but you know, they accidentally targeted Abathur, so that was my bad. That was a newbie mistake. And I'm not the best with Tyrande either. I just got her for free. They just said, here, have a free hero, pick from one of these 3 heroes, and I'm like, well, she's the hottest, so I'm gonna go with her. And I tried playing her, and I'm not that great with her, but you know, so I apologize if I make any mistakes on here, but as you see, we have to capture the beacons now. The bottom beacon is ours, but the enemy team's got the Raynor and the Uriel trying to take that. Tracer's trying to hold them off there. Vala is hearthing because she's extremely low on health. And it looks like the enemy team has the top beacon and the bottom beacon, or they're trying to get them anyways. It looks like it hasn't actually gone up yet. Maybe the top one is being contested or something. I'm not sure why they're not. Okay, yeah, so it's not showing up on the replay here for some reason on the bottom satellites here. But okay, yeah, as you see there, we're trying to cap that bottom one, trying to at least stall them so they can't, you know, build those Zerg armies. And I'm forgetting what map this is called, but it's the StarCraft one. So you know, you have to capture these beacons to and hold them. So you can end up birthing a bunch of Zerg, and they'll have a big Zerg rush come in. So this is pretty interesting. I believe this is the part where we do this. So as you see, they got their beacon up to like 86% here, and somehow, I don't know, somehow we were able. I think it's this time. It's not this time. It's another time. Oh no, so they've already spawned the Zerg. Okay, well, I'll save the story for when that actually happens. But they've spawned the Zerg here. We didn't get a Zerg. They had Zerg at like 86% health, and here I am, along with Vala and Tracer, trying to take out these Zerg. So we take one down right there. And it looks like the enemy team, this is a strategy that they're going to be using this entire game. The enemy team is trying to push up the bottom lane while the Zerg are pushing up the top lane. And they'll use that, I'm extremely close to dying right there. They'll use that throughout this game, as you'll see. They'll try to use that strategy. And it's a pretty effective strategy. Yeah, see this guy right here, Nazebo, that's his name. Okay, so Nazebo He started out the match, and I actually didn't record it in the replay here, but he started out the match AFK, and then he, you know, just got disconnected for inactivity, and then he came back, and at first people were thinking that, oh, he's just suiciding and feeding the enemy team experience. But you know, I generally play advocate for people who get accused of feeding because, you know, most of the time it's just a player who's maybe not familiar with the game or doesn't know how to play the game, and you know, I hate when people try to, oh, report this person because they're feeding. It's like, no, the person's just not playing well. You know, they're not playing. They don't really know how to play the game properly, and so I don't think they should get reported for just being, you know, a bad player. So here, Tracer was trying to get me with that pulse bomb, and she didn't. And it looks like the enemy team is trying to that Thrall up there. He's pushing the top lane, and so we have this is bad. This is bad. Tracer and Abathur need to back up. This is a 3v2. They are not gonna win it. But Tracer's going in like a Rambo. That's not good. And see what happens. See if she gets killed. She's way too close. She needs to back up. Yep. There she goes. She's dead. The replay for some reason said that was Tyrande that died, but that was actually Tracer. I don't know why the replay system's like that. But you see, the enemy team's got a whole like level and a half gain on us here. And see, so the replay system is sometimes a bit out of whack. It doesn't sync up properly. But here I am. Yeah, and see, at least I know when to back off. I mean, that was probably not a favorable engagement for me. But at least I know when to back off. See, they're coming. I decided just disengage. Get a couple cheap shots in them as you're backing off, but you know, just disengage up. Got a little bit too close there, and I got killed. But Abathur here, and see, Abathur thinks that we're, you know, feeding the enemy team experience, but in reality, you know, especially me personally, like, that was just a bad. And see, I say here, I'm trying to get to the beacon. What are you doing? You know, so I'm not trying to feed the enemy. I'm not sitting there like, oh, I'm gonna like totally disadvantage my team and screw over my team by feeding the enemy experience. No, most people that do that aren't doing it consciously or not trying to do it. They're actually trying to play the game, but you know, people jump to conclusions too much about, you know, people in this game trying to, you know, just sabotage the game for them, and it's like, no, it's just people not playing well. So here I am. I snuck around somehow and managed to cap this this top beacon over here. And unfortunately, Tracer just left the game. I think she comes back though. I think nobody ends up leaving the game permanently. So yeah, I've got that. And this enemy Tracer is like, oh shit, they capped the first, they capped the top beacon. I'm gonna go take out this Tyrande here, and I'm like, nope, no you don't, Tracer, goodbye. And you see how little health I had there, and I escaped from that. That was pretty crazy. And I'm asking for help. I'm asking for people to come help me because I'm so low on health that if another enemy comes after me, then I'm probably dead. And you'll see that this I don't show it on the replay here really much, but you'll see that SCV in the middle there. I believe that's what it's called, the SCV in the middle. Enemy team keeps trying to take that, and I think they eventually do at one point. But the entire game they keep trying to take that. So here we got Vala trying to run away from Uriel and Raynor. So I'm just staying. I'm trying to just camp out here at this beacon, so we can keep it. And it looks like Tracer. Actually, I thought Tracer was coming to get me, but I guess not. So yeah, Tracer's retreating over there for our team. Because it looks like they're trying to maybe push up the bottom lane. Well, and this is bad. This is bad. Why are you rushing into battle? I mean, why are you rushing into battle with such low health? Let's see if he gets killed. Let's see if he gets killed. Get killed. He's looking like Ramboing up in there. Yep. Although we did somehow the Zerg. I think that was Zerg's thing more than him, but Zerg managed to take out the enemy Tracer there, so that was good. But yeah, see, that's. I don't think that player is trying to sabotage the team like everybody's accusing him of doing. Yeah, I'm trying to run away here. I think that player just wants to be a Rambo and doesn't realize that you should disengage when the fight's not favorable. Because if he was trying to sabotage the game, he'd just be standing there. He'd just be standing there trying to, you know, just not attacking the enemy team, just letting them kill him over and over, and he'd be constantly letting up the death feed. I got a little bit cocky here, so I thought I could like take some of those guys out, and I did take out a Zerg before they killed me, but yeah, I don't think that guy was intentionally feeding. I think that he's just trying to be a Rambo and doesn't realize that he needs to back off. So yeah, they got Vala and Nazebo chasing down, I believe that was Raynor. I couldn't tell, it was moving too fast. And this Abathur, I don't know why this Abathur sits there the entire game. I mean, I guess that it still works because he was still somewhat supporting our team. But you know, I don't know Abathur well enough to know how Abathur is being played. So here they're trying to cap that SCV. I think that's what that is. And I don't know if they get it here or if they get it later, but that SCV does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage to us. So yeah, so it's Raynor against Tracer and Vala and me. Managed to kill the Raynor. And again, see, like the kill feed is a little bit messed up. It doesn't know like what heroes are actually dying, so I wouldn't trust that. But we just took out 4 of the enemy team. Only one that's alive is Uriel right now. And we're pushing this this bottom lane here. We are pushing it hard. And there's Uriel trying to stop us. I back off here. But we're putting in work into that Uriel. And Tracer just respawned. Thrall respawned. Chromie respawned. Raynor's about to respawn right now. But we killed Uriel, so now it's a 4v5. And we're taking out their turrets here. Boom. And it looks like Nazebo just probably Rambo'd himself to death again. There's, like I said, there's a difference between somebody who's trying to be a Rambo and somebody who's intentionally trying to throw the game and feed the enemy experience. So I've decided, you know what, I need to stay here, and you'll see me stay here for quite a long time. I was like, you know what, we need to at least stall. Keep at least one of these beacons for us. So I'd stay in here in this bottom beacon. See, Raynor's trying to get me, but he's killed by the pods that Abathur just dropped, I think. So he wasn't able to get me. So the enemy teams cap that top beacon, and I think they keep that top beacon for most of the time here. Well, I stick around this bottom beacon and just try to take out anybody that comes by. Tracer sometimes stops by to try to help me out, but I generally don't need the help until later. And this is weird because I thought we were gonna have this, you know, Zerg rush 100%. I was like, you know what, I'm sticking here. Enemy heroes are just coming by trying to 1v1 me, and I keep taking them out. So, you know, if they keep trying to do that, then we'll be golden, and we can, you know, keep capping that top one. As you see, we already have that cap one topped. If you look, that top one capped. If you look on the mini map here, and the enemy team's trying to take it back. Yeah, they take it back right here. But those little bits that we're able to cap that top beacon, are what's gonna help us with this Zerg rush. As you see, I almost took out Raynor there, and then Tracer's hunting him down. Does Tracer actually get him? I don't think Tracer gets him. No, she disengages because she's getting close to the gate. But we almost took out that Raynor there. And Chromie's got this top one locked down. Tracer tries to check up on me, see if I need anything. Nope, I'm good. Maybe a peanut butter and jelly sandwich would be nice, Tracer, if you can get that for me, thanks. So yeah, they got that top one all locked down. Chromie has a similar thing in mind to what I do. Is just stay by the beacon, and if people try to come 1v1 you, then you know. Oh, but here's Chromie's downfall. It's a 2v1 now. Tracer and Vala coming by, and she has to disengage. She backs off. And does Vala get her? Oh, no! They take out Vala. That's interesting. And Tracer's, oh god, Tracer's all alone. 2v1. Back off, Tracer. Back off. Can't do it. The Raynor's Hyperion ends up getting her. So, but I'm still sticking by this bottom one. I'm like, I'm staying here. And what I don't realize is that they're starting to 2v1 me. They're starting to get the idea that, hey, we need to 2v1. So But this Rainer comes by. And I thought I had him disengaged, but then Ariel comes by. I end up killing Ariel. And do I get this Rainer? I believe I do. Yes, I get this Rainer too. And I should have backed off there, but I didn't. Up here, looks like that guy was trying to Rambo again, trying to Rambo that top lane. That's not what you're supposed to do in Heroes. I'm pretty sure that's not even what his role is. I don't know that hero that well, but I think based on his design, it looks like he's probably an assassin. So I wouldn't be trying to Rambo stuff up as an assassin. And Chromie ends up taking a pretty big chunk of damage out of me, and she ends up capping this for a second. But I try to push in and push her off the point. I do end up killing her. And I take the beacon back. And it looks like Vala actually capped the top beacon there for us. So you see, we're going up 62, 64, 66%. But then, you know, the enemy team comes by, caps that top one, I do believe. Yep, they cap it right here. And then they realize, I say down here, I got bottom beacon. Looks like Vala was being attacked there. But I got bottom beacon, everybody else focused top beacon. But what I don't realize is that they're coming to 2v1 me. And Thrall ends up coming here, takes a huge chunk out of me, and I try to back off. I think this is where they end up taking it. So luckily Abathur tries saving me. He tries saving me, but Tracer ends up getting me, and they 2v1 me, and they end up taking this point. They take the beacon. So now they have both beacons, I do believe. So, oh no, we do have the top beacon. Okay. So it looks like they're trying to go back and take that SCV. I think they do. Maybe it's here where they end up getting it. I'm not sure. They do end up getting it eventually, I do believe. So yeah, again, trying to Rambo 2v1. That's not feeding. That's just being a bad player. This guy right here, this Nazebo, at least he knew to back off when he had like a sliver of health. But, you know, you shouldn't even engage in those kind of fights in the beginning. So, you know, I mean, I know that I'm guilty of doing that too, so it's tempting to be a Rambo and try to be like, oh, I'm going to kill 2 heroes at once. It's like, generally you're not going to. So they just spawned their Zerg rush, it looks like. And I say, focus Zerg. I mean, because I know that Zerg is going to take out, you know, a lot of our defenses if we leave it unchecked. So I was like, focus Zerg. And I do believe that that most of us try to focus that. But you look at this, the enemy's core up here, and surprisingly, our minions are actually putting in work on this enemy core a little bit. So we ended up killing Thrall. I don't know who did that, but here I am trying to put damage into these Zerg. And you'll see, actually, I'm not the MVP of the match, but I actually do like almost half the team's damage on that Zerg. With my abilities. I'm forgetting what the ability is called, but so here we go. We got our Zerg up and running somehow. We got a little bit of a Zerg rush going here up on the enemy core, and Chromie's trying to you know take out our Zerg here. Doing a pretty good job actually, because our Zerg aren't able to fight back. Vala and Nazebo here, and me and Tracer, we're all trying to push up this top lane here, take out their defenses. Well, they're preoccupied with the Zerg at their core. And this is when Rainer uses Hyperion, and I stand there for a few seconds like a dumbass, not realizing that, you know, I need to back off. And we were surprised, and you see Vala's here surprised that their Zerg, when it spawned, had more health than ours. And somehow, our Zerg lasted longer. That's probably partially due to me, due to my ability taking out those enemy Zerg pretty quickly. But here I hearth back to base. Let's focus on Abathur here. I don't know what Abathur's doing. Abathur's just kind of hiding there. I don't know if he's helping the team or hurting the team, but he's just sitting there. So see here they're trying to take that SCV. They're focused on getting that. Anytime if they have multiple of us dead, they focus on that SCV. They want that SCV for their team. And see, this is really interesting. While they're focused on the SCV, you got like what 3-4 people on the SCV right now. Our minions, again, are putting work into this core. Look at this. Look at this. That was like at, what, 80-something% before? Now it's down to 39, 37, 36. And it looks like Tracer just spawned 25%. Look at it. It's still putting in work. 18%, 11%, and I believe it stops right there at 11%. They take him out, but our minions almost just completely destroyed the enemy core while they were trying to take that SCV. They did get that SCV, as you see right here, and I'm trying to chase it down and do some work into it. I mean, I know I have low health, but I'm like, we need to stop this SCV, even if I die in the process. Like, we need to try to stop this SCV here. And Thrall's coming up behind me. I think Thrall takes me out here. Yep, Thrall takes me out. But like, we need to focus the SCV. Tracer's trying to put in whatever work she can. Vala's coming by to help. And we're just trying to hammer into that SCV because I do believe it our turret ends up actually taking the SCV out. Poor Vala, she just gets obliterated there by the SCV. Yeah, I do believe that the turret here ends up taking out the SCV, thankfully, before it kills it. But I think that Thrall comes by and Thrall ends up finishing off that turret. So Tracer's going through the middle lane right now. And it looks like the enemies might be trying to attack the core. Yeah, the enemy minions at least. So Tracer's prioritizing the beacons, which I guess is good. At least, like I said, at least stall. I think I say that somewhere in here. It's like at least stall them from getting the beacons. You don't have to like focus on capping the beacons ourselves. At least just keep one capped, so you know we can stall them on getting some more Zerg. So Tracer's going 1v1 against Thrall here, and I do believe she gets him. Yep, she kills him right here. And there I am, coming back to help Tracer out. Focusing on their minions here. So the enemy team has the bottom one and the top one for beacons. They have them capped. Their core is starting to regain some of its shield, but at 11%, it's really low. All it's gonna take is one big push to stop that. So again with the Ramboing, trying to go like Rambo against Chromie there. Not gonna happen. And he dies. Vala's warning us that their Zerg is gonna be big because we don't, as you see, we only have 550 for the beacon progress compared to their like 47,000. So yeah, and there they go. The Zerg is out, chasing me down. I think right now I'm trying to wait for my heroic to be off cooldown so I can get the Zerg here. And I'm half health, waiting for my heroic, and I'm actually putting into work in the Zerg. Boom, there's another one. That was kind of a misfire on my part. Enemy, our Tracer trying to go up the top lane. I guess disrupt Thrall from getting in, because Thrall's been putting in a lot of work solo on this game into our core and our defenses. So Tracer's trying to take Thrall out, but not doing a good job. And now she's like, now she's 2v1, has to back off. And they're starting to push. We're starting to push here. Tracer's really low. Does she get Thrall where Thrall gets her? Yes. Tracer manages to get Thrall here. Uriel and Raynor pushing up the bottom lane. And here comes our minions to help disrupt them. So yeah, I'm still out of the battle. I'm still waiting to respawn, but we have Nazebo, Arbiter, Tracer, and Vala still alive. And luckily, Tracer's here to carry this noob Nazebo player who keeps rambling. Tracer's there to carry him, so that's good. And here comes the Hyperion to try to take out our minions there. They're trying to push this bottom lane pretty hard. I don't know why our team is off trying to get behind them. You see, I'm sitting here trying to. I think I used my heroic on them right there. I'm trying to keep them from taking this bottom lane up here. There's Vala. Vala actually realizes that she needs to come and help me out. There's Arbiter. And so yeah, now we're pushing somewhat as a unit here. Vala's trying to go around. I'm trying to go around. And then we see somebody capping the beacon. We're like, nope. think that's Thrall. Yeah, we like back off Thrall. But then Oreo comes by and says, "Hey, surprise! Do we actually kill him? No. They get Vala, and then they get me. they used that Thrall as bait to kill us both, because we were trying to get that Thrall off the beacon, and then they like stuck around the sides like, hey, surprise. And here I say, yeah, stall the beacons if you have to. You don't have to actually cap them, cap both of them and try to spawn the Zerg. Just keep at least one cap to keep them from spawning. Keep them from spawning the Zerg, because that way we can focus on taking out the heroes, and then when some of them are taken out, then we can start pushing the beacons and stuff, and getting a Zerg rush for ourselves. But they've got both ones now, I do believe. They got both of them capped. Yeah, they're going up, trying to spawn that Zerg rush. Tracer has to back out. She's really low on health. Zebo again was probably Ramboing and died, but Vala has just respawned. I've just respawned. So we're gonna go. I guess we're all pushing up the top lane. It looks like. Which was kind of probably a bad idea, because we got Thrall and Tracer trying to 1v1, and I'm pretty sure in that instance Thrall would probably win. I don't know if Tracer would actually win a 1v1 against Thrall. So yeah, well, we're up all up on the top lane here. I guess we're trying to we're trying to stop this Zerg rush here, because the Zerg always spawns from the top lane, I do believe. And they just took me out pretty easily right there. I just died. So Thrall is pretty low on health. Is anybody gonna get him? Again, we got this guy trying to 1v1 the Zerg, but at least he backs off, and it looks like he's hearthing, so that's good. And I'm not a pro like Heroes of the Storm player by any means, but at least I can look at this Zebo player and realize that he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. So Tracer's trying to go to work on the Zerg, doing pretty well actually. And Vala's there too, Arbiter. We get them. This is good because we stop them all before they actually reach our core, and before they can actually put in a lot of work on our core. But see, this is what I was talking about before. You'll have the enemy team spawn the Zerg rush. The Zerg rush will come up the top lane, and then they'll try to push through the bottom lane and split up, our attack forces to stop them. So we don't have as many resources to stop them. And you see they're using their heroics. Although we didn't end up taking out that Tracer. I just respawned. Here I'm trying to come in with Vala, trying to keep them from. See, and they're putting in like major work on this core. Look at this: 29, 23, 21. Thrall's down. Rainer's down. So yeah, we just got a team kill, and we stopped them from breaking our core. And then I believe it's either Arbiter or Volley here that comes up in the chat. He's like, we got a team kill. Everybody push. Yeah, see right now, Arbiter, kill core. Right now, go get it. We got a team kill. They're all dead. Our core's at 9%. Their core's at 11%. They got more shield than us, but yeah, we're just saying, go, just go. Team kill, go push the core. I mean, they do have one of their keeps still up, but see, there's Vala trying to put in work on the core, and then so we got really lucky. Chromie just respawned, and I believe Chromie just comes. Yeah, Chromie's like tries to deny us, but we's like, nope, Chromie, don't care, and we just take the core right after we almost lost it. There's the GGs coming out. So we almost lost. We had 9% on our core, and then for somehow we got a team kill on them. I guess they tried to push too hard or something on our core, and we ended up pushing back and winning it. But I guess that's the entire match, guys. So remember, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'm MisterMercy. Peace, everyone.